The Day of Recognition for Truth and Reconciliation, which is recognized this week right across Canada. And I'd like to take the time to begin by acknowledging that we are on Treaty 2 territory, and that land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Assiniboine, Dakota, and Dene people, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We recognize privilege, disparities, we acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities and in the spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. In keeping with tradition, I'm going to introduce the elder who will give us teachings today and understanding and insight into our Indigenous culture. I will present tobacco to the elder, which is traditional, and I will present tobacco to the drummers and the dancers. And the elder will give us a teaching, will provide a teaching on the significance of drumming and the dance in our Indigenous culture. I'd like to first of all introduce Darren Mousseau, our elder. The other performers for you today are Patrick Roulette, and everyone in a roundly loud voice, happy birthday, Patrick.
Happy birthday, Patrick!
And you can sing a birthday song if you like. Let him do it.
Alexander Vivian, Peter Roulette, William Mousseau, Darren Roulette, Fred Roulette, and Stacy Roulette. Peter Roulette and Stacy Roulette are your traditional dancers. And AJ is the grass dancer. Thank you very much.
That's good. The reason why we're all here today is we're here to start working together and learning about one another. And, you know, with that, I have one little story, two messages to get out to you today. It's because in our traditions and our beliefs, when you're given a message through dream to share, you have to do it where things will happen that are not very well. And things will funny. But first, and one of the most important teachings that I have for you today is Mother Earth is sick, and she's not gonna be with us very long if we don't start watching what we do to her. Mother Earth. When I talk about Mother Earth, I talk about Earth. Us as humans are taking too much away from her, and we're not allowing her time to heal. And the message is, is if we don't start looking after her and letting her heal herself, she's going to do something that is going to make us all pay. So remember, recycling is very, very important. Keep her clean, and you know, we'll help her heal, and together we'll get through all this. The second one is directed to young warriors, young men. Take a look to one of the women that are sitting beside you, one of the girls, and realize that is our future. That's our life givers. If you cannot treat them with love, honor, and respect, leave them alone. That's what Creator put them here for. They're not here to clean up after us, not here to do any of that stuff for us. Respect them or don't bother them. So with that, that's the two messages, and please listen to them because they are very important. So with that, first thing I always do is ask the question, who's ever been to a powwow before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right on. What's a powwow? You gotta really yell because I'm losing my hearing. A traditional dance. That's part and parcel of it. The big thing of powwow is a celebration. It's when indigenous tribes or Indian tribes get together and we get down and party. And you know, there are some ceremonial and components to it, but the big thing is to get out, get together, and have fun. That's what a powwow is about. That's why we're here today, is to show you how we have fun. And when I say party, if you go to a powwow and you decide you're going to sit there and you're going to do drugs and drink alcohol, you're going to be kicked out and asked to leave right away quick. There's none of that allowed there. This is what I guess you'll call clean, good, wholesome fun. So now that with that, we have a drum here. The significance, you gotta excuse me, my tongue gets tied every once in a while, so things come out funny. But the drum, we got a drum here. This is actually, remember I told you boys to love, honor, and respect the women? The drum here actually a lady down in South Dakota, or one of the Dakotas, was sad because her tribes, her people were sick, and they weren't doing well. There was drought, and so Creator sent the drum to this lady to help heal her people. And this woman, being of the good heart she was, passed it on to the men and said, "Here, use this, sing with this, dance with this. This is what's going to heal the people." So that's a lot where the drum we come from. And you know, it's very, very important, and we treat this drum with respect. It's never left alone. We feed it, we clean it, we look after it just like it was one of our young. So, and actually the name for it, Dagon, in our language means heart. So it's actually the heartbeat of our people. So we treat it as such. So for those of you that didn't ever see a powwow before, this is going to be kind of hard, because it's hard to explain what a fancy dancer is when you move like a turtle. But we have different categories, different dancers, different dances for each and every person. Like for instance, you're all teenagers, all you young ladies that are out there, the big thing you would be dancing is fancy shawl. I'm going to suggest that you guys go into YouTube and you know, type in fancy shawl dancer so you can actually see, because my impression looks like an old dead crow or something. But they're dressed up very, very bright colors, and they swing their arms and kick very high, because the significance of that dance is that they're out there, they're trying to show themselves off, because there's young men out there, and you know, everybody's trying to show up to find themselves a partner. And then the next that a lot of you young ladies would probably do is the jingle dress. Has anybody ever heard of a jingle dress? Yeah. The Jingle dress is kind of a new dance. It actually originated in Ontario, Whitefish Bay. Whitefish Bay or Northwest Bay? Whitefish Bay. A woman named Maggie White. Again, her community was not in a good way. They were lots of people getting sick, lots of people, you know, doing things that they shouldn't be doing. So, Creator in a Dream sent her a vision of this dress. And on this dress it had snuff tin lids. Anybody know what a snuff tin lid is? Way back, before they had plastic, all containers were made of tin. So these snuff tin lids, they're about this big and flat. And what she was told to do was roll them up to look like a bell and hang them from her dress. And she was told that she was to wear 365. Anybody know the significance of 365? How many days in the year do we have? 365. Coincidentally, the medicines that Mother Earth gives to us to use and to keep ourselves healthy and well is 365. So that's how many jingles. And these dresses are heavy. Some of them weigh 30 pounds. So can you imagine having 30 pounds of potatoes strapped around your neck and trying to dance? It's pretty grueling, but it's a very important dance to us because that's where a big majority of our people's healing is. If you're not feeling good and you just feel find yourself a jingle dress dancer, shake her hand, and before much too long, she takes all that bad away, all that sickness away, and helps heal you. So she's a very, very important part of our people. And then we have our grandmothers and our mothers. They dance another special dance. It's not very. You don't see the big high kicks and all the stomping around, but they stand in one spot and they swing their fringes in time with the drum. And I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, how hard is that?" Well, give it a try. I mean, it's a very, very difficult dance to do. Like you're doing deep knee things for about 3 minutes, and you're swinging your arms and making everything look pretty. And then we get into our men and boys. And like I said, I wish I would have had another day so I could have come and showed you on YouTube some of the different style dancing, because like there's a lot of it. We have fancy bustle dancers. They carry 2 bustles, one on just above their backside, and then one right between their shoulders. And like the fancy shawl dancers, they do a lot of high kicks. Like I seen one stop 3 feet in the air. Just kidding. Can't stop in the air. But they do cartwheels and everything. Like they're just amazing. And they do the same thing as the fancy shawl. They're out there showing off their stuff. So hopefully, eventually they'll find themselves a partner. Someone will look at them and, ooh wah. Ooh wah means all right on. And then we have a lot of dancers. We have chicken dancers, they're called. And I'm not talking going to KFC and picking up a box of chicken and strapping it to yourself. No. What they do is they watch. Anybody seen prairie chickens? No one seen a prairie chicken? Yeah. You ever see a prairie chicken when he's mating? How he stomps around and he has his arms out? Well, that's what these guys do. They have a special dance where they do that, and like I said, they scratch the ground. They emulate the prairie chicken. I know it kind of may sound comical, but actually, it's one of the most beautiful dances that I've ever seen. The way they do that. And then we work our way. AJ, getting ready? They said call this one a grasshopper, but no, actually his category is grass dance. This is one of what we call in military terms, our advanced scouts. He's one of the guys that we send out to go and see where the enemy is. it's their job to go out and find them. It's also their job to go out and find the whole community, the tribe, a good place to camp. And when they get to this new place to camp, they bless the grounds by doing this dance that he'll be doing shortly. And you watch him as he dances. He'll flatten the grass and stuff like this to get it ready for when you're dancing. And some of them will actually have bands on their the top part of their arm, on their bicep here, with long trailing ribbons or ropes or whatever, with pins at the end. And in the time of battle, what he would do is he would pin himself to the ground, and as far as that ribbon or pin would reach, that was his ground, and he would do anything to protect that. So he's one of our more elite warriors. So with that, I'm going to let him do a demonstration with his dance, and just like I said, just notice the way he cleans the ground, the way he stomps the ground down and gets it ready for our camping. Thank you, AJ. I'll take this time to mention too, about 5 years ago they had an Ironman competition. What that is you dance your style for as long as you can, and he danced like that for 68 minutes. 18 drums, sang 4 different times to keep him dancing. So, I mean, you got to have a lot of strength and stamina to do that. And I mean, he only weighs 50 pounds, but yeah, 68 minutes. I was just, it was just unbelievable. And then we come to the two gentlemen over there. They're our men's traditional. They're more of the generals and majors and the higher ranking guys. Do you notice the feather caps they wear? So in the men's traditional category, the feather caps that they wear signifies them as a dog soldier. And each and every category has a certain job to do. Like I said, the grass dancer blessed the ground. Well, it was the dog soldier's duty to watch the outside of the camp, where the camp was, the perimeter of the camp. It was the dog soldier who guarded the camp. Well, I mean, what does a dog do when someone goes into your yard, barks and makes noise, eh? That's what their job was. When an enemy was getting ready to attack, they would step up, and it would be our first line of defense. So they do many different dances too in their category. So boys, let them do 2 straight, and then we'll switch it into 2 sneak up. How do you guys feel? Pretty good? And then two of the duck and dive. So 6 altogether. their straight song. That was their chance to show off and strut their stuff. The next song is called a sneak up, and you're going to see them do this dance. You're going to see them using their fans and their different pieces of their regalia, and they're gonna pretend like they're hunting, like they're clearing a trail. They're checking their horizon to see if they can see any game out and about, and sneak up on them is basically what the sneak up means, is to sneak up on your oh, just Stacy blew a tire. But yeah, so you watch as they're doing this dance, and they'll tell you a story of how they followed the road right to Dairy Queen. See someone over there eating a 3-piece dinner, stuff like that, eh? But I mean, you know, they're going to be checking for rabbits and looking to see if they can see deer or stuff like that. Okay, and then so they're going to do the sneak up, and then right after that, the drummers aren't even going to stop. They're going to stop, and I mean, they're not even going to stop, and the boys are going to continue into something that's called a duck and dive. This is another fun dance. Back in the colonial days, when the visitors were coming, what kind of firearms did they have? Muskets. How many shots did you have with a musket? 10. No, you didn't have 10. You had one shot. So what the second the duck and dive is going to do is going to show you how they're teasing the colonial guys to shoot at them. So they're going to be stuff like that, eh? No, they're not, but they're going to be showing themselves to the colonial, and you're going to hear a drum beat that signifies the gunshot and how they get out of the way. Hey boys, you ready? Stacy, you all fixed up? All right.
Yeah!
guys hear the gunshot and see them duck? That's what they're doing. They're teasing the old musket wielding colonials and making them waste their one bullet so that they can do what they have to do. What was that? Oh, now they're asking for water. I think they were doing some work or something. Overtime. Clowns, these guys, clowns. But you see, you notice the way we're having fun? That's another thing that goes on at powwows. It's a great big celebration. We get to tease each other, dance with each other. We just have fun. So don't ever be afraid to come out and talk to us and visit. The only thing that we do ask, and this is a teaching that even our people are forgetting, if you go to a powwow, let's say you come to Ebb and Flow next August, it's always the third week. We have about 1,100 dancers. We're one of the largest traditional powwows in the province. So you come out to Ebb and Flow and you're watching, you're having a good time, and you see Mr. Roulette there, Peter, and you wanna go up and take a picture. Mom and Dad might not like this too much, but take tobacco. And when you go and ask Mr. Roulette, can I take your picture? Give him a gift of tobacco, just as a sign of respect for his outfit and for the spirituality of what he's doing. Because, like I said, everybody's out there and they're dancing to have fun for everybody, to make everybody feel good. So we in turn will just show them the respect. So if you see someone that you want to take a picture with, just offer that little offering of tobacco, and ask them for a picture, or to explain something. If you see them do something and you want to know why they're doing it, just a little bit of tobacco and give them your question, and they'll answer. I mean, we're not mean and ugly. Well, I mean mean. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good thing, a good time. Now, is there anybody that has any questions? Yeah, anybody at all? Wave or... Yeah. Well, that's good. The other ones had a whole bunch of questions. They couldn't get away. So with that, one of my favorite dances, though, and this I really like, it's called an intertribal. Anybody know what an intertribal means? Anybody hear the term intertribal? That's where we get to stand up and we get to dance with all of our friends, all of our family from all over. So how many of you here do not know how to count to 2? Everybody's got it down? 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody knows that? Right on, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. And at powwows, everybody know how the sun circles the earth? Like this all the time? Like this, always the same way? So in powwows, everything goes this way, to follow the sun around the earth. So with that, I'm gonna get the boys to start in a few minutes, and you guys are all gonna dance with us. All right? Don't be shy. This is not meant to make you shy. This is not meant to make a fool of you. This is meant to have fun with you, and I, because I'm not a dancer either. I don't dance very good. So with that, boys, intertribal 2 starts. And like I said, it's very, very simple. As long as you can count to 2 and you can move your feet to that rhythm, you're good to go. Don't be scared. Hey, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good job, good job. The little ones wouldn't do it very well. Very simple, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, ladies, don't be shy. Wow, thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you very much for sharing that. Thank you very much for sharing with us. I know that takes a lot of nerve, but that's what we do. We have lots of fun. Some of us. What's that? No, I'm not burning out yet. Just wait. Now we're going to the other half of my. Now we're going to the other half of my ancestry. Who here has heard of the Ashram Stompers? Anybody hear of the Ashram Stompers? Well, they're a square dance group. So everybody stand up. We're all going to learn how to jig. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You committed yourself now.
No, sit down. I'm just kidding. I broke my ankle and I can't bounce anymore. So, but I figured, what the heck, we'll have some fun with these before we go. So, anybody have any questions at all? It can be what the drum is made of, what the significance of tobacco is, anything and everything that you're curious about, we're here to share. Oh yeah, okay. What is on the dancer's chest plate? Those are well, they're plastic beads, but they're actually meant to signify bone, like the long bones and rabbit legs, or that's what they're meant. Stacy, you want to go over and let her have a look? The one with the blue right there. See, in the olden days, you got to remember, all this stuff was made from natural stuff that you'd find in nature, bones, leather, stuff like that. So all this is just modern versions of old things. So. Yeah, I see. How long do powwows last? As long as you want them to. We usually go Friday, start at 7 at Friday, end at midnight, and then Saturday start again at 1 o'clock, stop at 5, start at 7, go to midnight. But there really is no time limit. You go until, like anything else, like a family reunion, you go until you're all done. Like I said, it's a celebration, so as long as you want to celebrate, that's as long as you go. Yeah. See, me and my son, they're the one right here, Darren. I've run powwows for 28 years. Long time. Yeah. Are the dancers? I still couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm very deaf. Are the dancers choreographed or they just improvise? They are improvised. Whatever makes the dancer feel good is what he does. We do have, one second. We do have certain things. Do you hear when the drum is going? There's that 1, 2, like about 4 or 5. We call them check beats. That's when our dancers present their dancing sticks, their fans to the creator. Okay, it's just a form of prayer, having fun and prayer at the same time. So they just do whatever they think makes them look good. I mean, with Pat, nothing makes him look good, so he'll be dancing for one.
Why me? The lady in the back over there?
Yeah, that lady way back there. But you're gonna have to yell loud because, like I said, I'm deaf. What does the tobacco signify? That was the question? Okay, Creator give us 4 main medicines to use to help us through our lifetime. Sage is one, cedar is another, sweetgrass, and tobacco. The main significance of tobacco is that when it's smoked and we put it in our pipes, that's how our prayers travel to Creator. That gives our prayers the ability to get to Creator. That's what the significance of tobacco is. So when you're giving someone tobacco, you're actually giving him the ability to be able to speak to Creator. That's why tobacco is so important, and before anything happens, tobacco is passed first. The drum, we can make it out of pretty much anything. It's wood. Can you come and have a look? Come up here. Come up here. Yeah. No, I don't want him to sit on it. But you can come and see. Right in there. See, this is elkite. So that's a wooden rim, and that's elkite. Give it a sound. That's pretty cool, eh? You want to sing one? You want to sing one? Are you sure? They'll let you sing one. Yeah, but a lot of them they made out of deer hide, moose hide, elk hide, and buffalo, caribou, all the wild animals, and yeah, and every hide has a different sound. And pat hide. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Was a good question. Wow.
Darren, question here.
Yes.
Is there a competitive part to a powwow?
Is there a competitive part to a powwow? It depends on what kind of powwow you go to. There is two types. There's a competition and a traditional. The competition is all contests. You see the best and the biggest and best dancers, singers there because they're there for the money. It's kind of I personally don't go to competitions because of that. Like it's all money driven. I like the traditional powwows where people are going there not for the money. They're going there to give part of themselves to the people that are watching and to help them heal and just have fun, and that's what I go for. So, but there is two different types. Yeah, he's a world-class champion, so is he.
Is there significance in the colors that you use in your outfits?
That's kind of a hard question to use. I'll take myself for instance. I'm a man's traditional like these guys, but not the dog soldier. I wear like this. And when I was given my spiritual name, the Speakeasies, I was given the colors red, white, blue, and yellow. So my whole outfit is red, white, blue, and yellow. But that's just me. These guys could be totally different. It's more of whatever you think looks good together is what you do. Well, a long time ago, it used to be made out of real bones and leather and stuff like this, but now it's cloth. We use cloth and plastic bones, plastic beads, just to keep up with the times. Eh?
What's the significance of the eagle feather?
The eagle feather, the eagle is one of our most powerful spiritual helpers. He looks after everything, all of us, all of our lands, all of our homes, all of our families. So we wear our eagle feathers to honor the work that he does for us. That's basically that's what the eagle feathers are for. And all the eagle feathers that you see on any of the dancers are not taken from live birds. If they're taken from live birds, something is wrong. These are feathers that have been found, gifted, because we will not take eagle's life. Traditional will not take an eagle's life. Yeah, powwows.com. It's got every powwow in Manitoba. Did you know in Ebb and Flow we have the second largest traditional powwow, and we get 1,100 dancers. So you can imagine 1,100 people like that, all in an arbor about from here to you.
dancing all at the same time. Oh, it's an awesome sight, and everybody's welcome. And the only thing we do ask, though, when you go there, is be respectful, like take your tobacco, and drugs and alcohol are not allowed. If you're caught with drugs and alcohol, you will be escorted out by the security teams. That's one big no-no.
Let them know there's going to be a powwow happening tomorrow at St. John's Park in Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. So any of you in Winnipeg, there's a powwow going on in St. John's Park. Tomorrow. So, I mean, but the best, you know what? If you really truly look under YouTube, just type in powwow and just watch. And watch and learn. Yes.
Are the bells like built into the outfits?
Come and look. Come and look. We're not going to bite you. Well, not very hard. I don't have any teeth that are mine anymore, but. Pretty cool, eh?
What are the songs? Are they prayer? Are they stories?
Both, yeah. You seen them dance to Sneak Up? Well, that particular song is telling them, you know what? You want to explain? Yeah. Well, okay. It doesn't matter. That particular song is a song that's sung with a story behind it. Like I said, he's going to Dairy Queen and he sees him eating the three-piece meal. No, but it's designed to help tell that story of what he's saying he did on his hunting trip. The duck and dive is the same thing. The women's jingle, for instance, they dance two different styles, but they're both a healing dance, and they're treated with that. Intertribal is the big one. That's when everybody can get up and have fun. So they're both. And then let's say giveaways are a big thing at powwows too. That's where a family has lost somebody, so they buy a whole bunch of gifts and just give them away. During that time, they have honor songs. They have thank you songs. So it all depends on what the situation is. But like I said, mostly it's to have fun. Good to go? All right, guys. So stand up one more time. So what these guys are going to do is they're going to say thank you for coming on out. And they're going to sing what we call a traveling song. It's to bless yous on your way off, and to ensure that you guys get to where you're going safely. So with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for helping us, for listening to us. And if you have any questions, I left my phone number, and come out whenever. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good day.
Darren, gentlemen, on behalf of NACTV, the town of Neepawa, and the Neepawa Rotary Club, we want to say thank you very much for sharing your culture with us and helping us to get a better understanding of a culture that has been around for a long, long time.
So as they're singing this song, you don't have to just stand here and wait till it's over. It's meant to see you on your way safely, so you can start moving as soon as they start singing. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you having us here.